Welcome to My Conversation, a presentation of KAIL-TV My Central Valley. Your host today is Austin Reed. So let's get My Conversation started.
Good morning, Central California. Austin Reed with you. Welcome to My Conversation right here on KAIL-TV. Hope you're having a fantastic week. We've made it to the end of the week, the weekend right around the corner. Hope you're doing great today. How's my studio audience on this Friday? We've made it to February as well. Packed show for you today on My Conversation. We are talking solar, real estate, and music. So without further ado, let me bring in, and you guys can help me as well, my first guest, Balkar from Nova West Solar. Hello there.
Austin,
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you. Thanks for being here this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Solar. Lots to talk about.
Absolutely, yeah.
You are the director of sales for Nova West, commercial, residential. Yep. You do a lot, yes, I imagine.
We do, yeah.
So tell everybody that's watching right now that doesn't know what Nova West Solar is, what it is.
Yeah, Nova West Solar is one of the oldest solar companies here in the Central Valley. We're locally owned and operated, and we've been in business since 2008. We do both residential, commercial and agri-solar, and non-profits as well. And really our goal is to help anybody who's curious about looking at solar to give them it's a no hassle, no fee consultation. And really our goal is to help you understand, how solar works. But before that, our real goal is to help you understand how your bill works from PG&E right now. So what we find is a lot of customers are really just paying their bill. They really don't look at the bill, really understand it. So before you look at solar, the first thing to look at logically is how are you buying power right now from PG&E? And that's our goal, first and foremost, to help you understand that.
So that's what you really, when somebody calls, that's kind of how you guys dive in, and those are really the first questions that you have for your clients.
Absolutely. Typically a customer will call us and say they have a $300, $400 bill. Mm-hmm. And when we meet with them, and one of the questions that we'll ask before we even talk about all the solar and panels and all that kind of stuff is let's look at your PG&E bill first and help you understand how you got to a $400 bill. So once you understand that piece there, then you can start looking at solar and how that can help wipe that bill away. So really the key first is to be educational. Mm-hmm. It's very low pressure and very relaxed to help you understand that. And then we can start to custom tailor a system that best suits your needs.
Because every house is different.
Yeah, every house is different, every family is different. So we have...
And businesses too.
And businesses, absolutely. You'll be surprised the amount of businesses we go to, and they're in the same boat as a residential customer where they're just paying their bill and not really understanding how their billing is working with their utility. So really the key, like we said at first, is to understand your billing. Solar then makes no sense. Then it makes sense to be a no-brainer because you're understanding why you're doing it.
Now, I talk to a lot of people that they're thinking about getting solar, right? But they're very scared that it's just going to be too expensive at the end of the day. Absolutely. How do you say, no, actually it's not?
So the simple way to look at it is look at anything in life that you're going to finance. Let's say you're going to buy a car, for example, which is an example. You buy a car for, let's say, $20,000. Mm-hmm. And at the end you typically finance a car for 5 to 6 years on the financing. And at the end of that time, the car is maybe worth $500. So that money is depreciated. So a solar system is no different. It may cost you within that range, but at the end of that 5 years, guess what? You're making $500 a month because you no longer have a PG&E bill. So the fear more is when you look at the big number at the beginning, but if you break it down into small chunks and you look at the end game of when you're done with it, it's like having a tenant in your home paying you back money. And that bill of PG&E goes up every year. So those increases that you're paying today are going to be more in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. That's all net savings to you after your system's paid off. So a typical system pays off in about 4 to 6 years.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Because again, I've talked to people that they think it's going to take 10, 15 years. So when you think 4 to 5 to 6 even, that's not that far.
And on top of that, when you purchase a system, the government gives you 30% of that system as a tax credit.
I've heard about that.
So a big chunk of it is being paid for you. 1/3 of your system's cost you can write off. So think about it. There's not many investments in life where someone's giving you 1/3 of the money for what you're buying with a very short turnaround on the ROI, which is return on investment. And after that, it's money in your pocket again.
Kind of like buying a house.
Absolutely. It's an appreciating asset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, talk a little bit about energy compared, say, right now we're in winter. We've
Yep.
still got a few more weeks. Spring is coming up. Summer do you see changes, especially with solar? If somebody was to go to solar, is it a constant, steady, like where you're paying for that energy, like it is with PG&E? It goes up in the winter, it goes down in the summer, vice versa.
Yeah, so it doesn't really change. So your billing cycle with PG&E is, right now, most folks in a residential are on what they call a tiered system. So you have a tiered amount of power that you buy, and when you've used that tier up, the cost of that power goes up a little bit more. And that's why the bill in summertime accelerates, because you use those tiers up a lot faster, and you end up in the high tiers for your bill, so your bill goes extremely high. This time of year, typically it's lower for you because you're not using as much power. But even so, wouldn't you feel great if you had no bill whatsoever, be it winter or summer? That's the best thing ever.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got about a minute left.
Sure.
Anything else that I missed in this conversation?
No, I would tell the customers, if you're interested in a quote, to give us a call, and you can call us directly at 559-291-9900, or check us out online at www.novawestsolar.com.
What makes Nova West, real quick, what makes you guys different? Because there's a lot of other solar companies in the Central California, San Joaquin Valley.
Absolutely, yeah. I give full respect to anybody in our industry that's trying to help a customer out. Where we like to differentiate ourselves is we're, like I said, locally owned and operated, one of the oldest companies in town, and our consultants are all experienced in the industry. And again, we're not here to sell you a system. We're here really to help you, educate you on what you're currently doing, and give you an alternative to how you can save money. So I would say the experience with us is very relaxed, it's very educational. And if you go on our Yelp page or onto the review sites around town and really do your homework on the other companies, you'll see that reflected in that. So we would like to be one of the companies you choose to bid for your job.
Phone number, website, one more time?
Yeah, it's 559-291-9900 or www.novawestsolar.com.
Balkar from Nova West. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Austin.
Come back,
Appreciate it.
okay?
Thank you.
Let's talk more solar.
Thanks.
All right, you're watching My Conversation right here on KAIL. We're going to take a quick break, but the conversation continues in just 2 minutes. Stick around.